and you guys can ask questions as you see stuff pop up. We'll try to get to them, and we'll see what happens. And if it doesn't work, we'll just do this again as soon as we figure out what's going on. So I'm going to try and focus on what's available today, so you can actually start using this stuff in the beta site if you want. We'll talk about future stuff as well if it comes up, but I'm really going to try and focus on what you can actually do starting now. So hopefully you're all looking at the home screen. I'm using a local development site, so it's not completely up to date, but that doesn't really matter. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is that we're designing the new site so that it can be used from pretty much any size device. And just for a quick demo, you'll see that the home screen, if it gets down to maybe like a tablet size, it would stack up a little bit. And then down all the way to phone size, it stacks a little bit more, and the navigation gets hidden behind a little slider here. So that's going to help us kind of develop a lot faster. We won't have two separate products to develop, and it also makes sure that all functions are available on all devices, which should be nice. Navigation-wise, everything should look fairly familiar on the left-hand side, even though none of these or most of these don't work yet. They should look pretty familiar. And then along the top, there'll be a little drop-down for creating new stuff. Notifications, which we're really going to emphasize in the new version. They're basically not in the old version at all. They're there, but very basic. And then we'll have a bookmarks, and this will be customizable so that you can choose all the screens that you look at the most, so you'll be able to have quick access to those. Now for the main part of the home screen itself, you can obviously see that we have replaced the whiteboard with what we call the WOD briefing. This shows you, basically people will want to know, what am I doing today, or what are we doing tomorrow? This is going to be a lot more efficient for, especially on mobile devices, versus showing a whole whiteboard. But it'll give you a quick look at what's happening. You'll be able to post results from here and that. And of course, there's a link for people that want to view the whole whiteboard. It'll be right there. It's not there yet, but it will be. Then on the right, we have this activity feed. You can navigate dates, so if you wanted to see tomorrow's workout or yesterday's workout, you can quickly navigate with these arrows, by the way. And then on the right, we have activity feed. This is all results that are posted at the gym. You can see people's comments, if they leave a comment for themselves, you know, what they said. Obviously, the stars for the rating system, what their actual score of the workout was, and all that. We call out PRs. They're highlighted in yellow. And then if anyone submits like a 1-star rating that's called out, the stars become red. You can also quickly, like just inline, submit comments, which is nice. It's a little bit more Facebook-y or social networky. And that'll actually create notifications for the user, and you can start a conversation that way. So that's the basics of the home screen. Next, we're going to drill into the coach's dashboard. So the first thing you'll probably see on the coach's dashboard is these buttons up top. They give you kind of a quick overview of what's going on at the gym. Each one drills down into the relevant report. So let's see here. You're still several minutes behind, huh? Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. So on the coach's dashboard, again, these stat buttons will give you a quick look. You can drill down. The leads and the new are kind of new. We'll talk about that later. There are account statuses, ways that you can track what's the status of all your users. And let's see. So the members report will probably look really familiar. The only thing that's different here is, if I can find one, you'll see here on this bottom row, we only show for the next payment, we only show the name of the membership if it's different from the current one. So if you're just repeating the same membership, it'll just show the date of the next payment. If you're actually changing membership type, either upgrading or downgrading, or it's the end of an intro, then we'll show the name of the next membership that's coming up as well. Again, you can quickly get email addresses or download to CSV if you want to export the report into Excel or whatever you want to do. You can navigate all the reports from this drop-down. Let's see, I'll go quickly to the leads report. One thing about leads, again, that we'll talk about later is this rating. It's a way that you can mark your members as anywhere from 1 to 5 stars, just like you rate your workout results. And the reason that we do that is it allows you to kind of sort your hot leads versus your cold leads, or if the members are full members, it lets you kind of determine who needs more attention or whatever you want to use it for. It's fairly arbitrary. I don't think I have anyone rated here in the development system, but that's a 5-star rating system. I'm not going to go into all the reports, but you can play around and look at what's available. We'll slowly be adding or migrating all the reports over from the old system to the new one, and hopefully making improvements along the way. Let's see. The next thing on real quick on the coach's dashboard, at the very top of every screen is a little help link. And our goal is to have what we call a page guide for every single screen in the UI. So if you click on that, you'll be brought here to the knowledge base site, and it's going to go over what you see on the screen. So it defines what all the statistics buttons are, what the admin link section is, basics on coaches notes, reporting menu, and all the stuff that I'm talking about right now. But the idea is that we should have a page guide for every UI in the system eventually. The gym admin menu brings you to your program management, your document management, your gym settings, and all the other tools that you need to run the gym. Coach's notes, I'm going to drill into that in a second, so we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. But let's see real quickly. Reporting navigation, you can either list all the reports in the system, or we're going to have a favoriting system. So you can choose if you only care about a handful of the reports that you want to look at a regular basis, you'll be able to favorite them and pull them down real quickly right there. We've got this monthly revenue chart, which is completely inaccurate on this database, but basically it gives you last month, this month, and next month's revenue numbers and the difference. That includes both completed and pending, so it includes the projections for the pending recurring payments and stuff like that. So that is the new coach's dashboard. I'm going to drill into coach's notes now. So coach's notes is a way that you can kind of track whatever's going on with your members. Communication with them, if they freeze their account, if there's an injury, anything like that. Under coach's notes, we have a handful of different types of notes. We'll probably add more, but there's just general note if you just want to write something. There's frozen payments, emails, phone contacts, a face-to-face, injuries. They're indicated by little icons you can see next to these items. You can also flag notes for attention, and what that means is in the coach's notes UI, they'll have a little bit of a highlight, and we'll also show that in places like when you're checking a user into class on the gym schedule, we'll show that there is a note that you should probably take a look at. But other than that, coach's notes is fairly basic. You choose the athlete that you're talking about. You choose the coach that's related to the note or that's writing the note, and then you write whatever notes you need to keep. You can edit notes super quickly here, all on the same screen, or you can create new notes there as well. Let's see. Oh, you can, under the settings, you can specify the date range or a specific athlete. If you want to look at a specific athlete's notes, you can do that here as well, or just change the dates that you're looking at if you want to broaden the range, the time range. Let's see. Back to the coach's dashboard. We'll edit a user. So just to talk a little bit more about what's different on the user accounts. Again, we have this new account status field that allows you to specify whether a user is a lead, whether they're a new member, whether they're just normal or inactive, which is essentially just like deleting them. They won't show up in your reports or in your attendance drop-downs or anything like that. This is all manual right now. We're going to be looking into tools that allow you to kind of have the system clean up and automatically move leads to new if they bought a recent membership, or move new people to normal if they've been a member for 3 months or whatever, and maybe move people to inactive if they haven't checked in 6 months or whatever it is. But for now, it's all a manual process. You can flag users for follow-up, which will make sure that they show up on your follow-up report, which again is on the coach's dashboard. If people are expecting to hear from you, this is a good way to remind yourself that you need to get in touch with them. And then this attention rating is the 5-star system that you can use for your leads or your new members to kind of just help sort people if you have a whole bunch to look through. All right, let's go back to the coach's dashboard and look at a couple of the new tools. First, I'm going to go into the coaching calendar. And as you can see, calendars take up a lot of space. So I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger. Hopefully that records okay. Yeah, okay. So the coaching calendar right now is just a way to see who's coaching when and to make adjustments. You can add and remove coaches as you need to. Just click on the class name and you can, let's see, add coaches and remove coaches as much as you need. You can add multiple coaches. This is just a good way to see, obviously, that someone's not coaching too much or not enough. You can also see classes that don't have any coach at all. In the future, we'll probably add into this little pop-up maybe a little tab system where you'll be able to, instead of just editing the coaches, you'll be able to see the class attendance, who's there, maybe add people, cancel classes from here, all that type of good stuff. This screen is probably going to be pretty powerful when it's done. And again, the calendar view takes up quite a bit of real estate, screen real estate, so you kind of need a big window for this. You can view it on the smaller screen, but it's going to collapse to basically a list view, as you can see here. You can also filter by coach. So if a coach wants to see when they're coaching, they can just filter that out, and then, oh, I guess fail on that. But theoretically, you'll see just that one coach. Maybe it's this view. No. But that'll be a good way for coaches to see like what their schedule is that day or the following day or anything like that. You'll see on most screens up at the top we have this breadcrumb navigation, so you can easily get back to where you were at before. I guess I'll talk quickly about the new integration options. I'm going to go to gym settings from the gym admin menu. And obviously this page is not complete, but it will take you to the 2 new third-party integrations, MailChimp and SmartWaver. So the MailChimp integration is pretty simple. You do need, obviously, a MailChimp account, and you need to create a list inside of MailChimp. It can be an empty list. That's not a problem. It just needs to have a list. And then you'll come to WOD Together, and you'll link up your account. It'll take you over to MailChimp to authorize WOD Together. And then you'll choose what list you want to sync. And that's pretty much all you need to do. You'll probably want to run this sync now one time. That's going to go through everyone in the everyone report and send them up to your MailChimp. And it's going to include their email address, their first and last name, their birthday, their first and last check-in, the last membership product that they're on and when that membership ends, and I believe the total number of check-ins. I think that's everything that we send right now. Every night, your list will be updated with anyone who checked into class that day. They'll be updated with so their last check-in information is up to date. and their total check-in number as well. And then if anyone edits their account, or if you edit a user's account, like to change their name or anything like that, or change their email, that is will sync in real time on that one. And then, I mean, I'm no MailChimp expert, but you can use that integration to send automated emails on birthdays, or when new people sign up, or when they get 100 check-ins at your gym. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm sure we'll probably have some blog posts about different recipes that you can use on MailChimp to do that type of stuff. Or now, to use automations like that, you do need a paid MailChimp account, and I think they start at $10 a month. If you just want to manage a mailing list that you can use for your newsletter and stuff like that, you can have up to 2,000 subscribers for free. So that's pretty sweet. And let's see, going back to SmartWaiver. SmartWaiver integration is a little bit more complicated, but there's step-by-step instructions provided right on the screen. Again, you're going to need a SmartWaiver account. There is no free SmartWaiver account, although there's I think a 1-month free trial. But if you're the type of gym that wants to do some sort of, like right now, the document system in WOD Together is very basic. You can upload a PDF, or you can upload plain text, and people can sign off on the document. But there's no additional questions, or there's no questionnaire or surveys functionality or anything like that. With SmartWaiver, if you want to have a whole questionnaire and you want to keep like a PDF copy of each signed waiver, this is obviously a much more robust solution for digital waivers. And the way that it works is a lot like document management in WOD Together, where once you link up your SmartWaiver account, you can import any of the waivers that you've created inside of SmartWaiver. And then in WOD Together, you will issue signature requests, or they'll be issued automatically as long as the document is set as a waiver. And your users will basically see a big red screen that says, hey, we need your signature, and then they'll be taken to SmartWaiver to sign or fill out the waiver and sign it. I think that. Oh, one thing that we're going to be working on for the SmartWaiver integration is we are going to enable it so that users can fill out a SmartWaiver before they even have a WOD Together account, and when they when they submit the waiver, it will create the WOD Together account for them. So right now you need a WOD Together account first, and then you go and sign the waiver. We're just going to do the opposite as well for those of you who want the users to start by signing a waiver. Let's see. That covers really the basics of what you can do today. I mean, the combination of Coach's Notes and the new account statuses, as well as maybe the MailChimp integration, is probably the most exciting stuff that you can start using pretty much on a daily basis if you want. The coaching calendar is kind of nice too if you have a complicated coaching schedule. All this stuff, again, is brand new, so we're going to be making improvements, but I think that pretty much covers it. Is there anything that we should talk about specifically?
No. You want to talk about what's next?
Future stuff? Yeah, I'll touch briefly on what's coming next. We're going to continue to focus for a bit on just user management, new users, and stuff like that. So I'll probably be working on a new registration widget that you can integrate into your website. That will allow people to sign up and create their WOD Together accounts, and or just create leads from your website if you want something that just says, hey, I'm interested, fill out the form, and we'll create the lead for you in WOD Together. They'll go into your leads report, and then you can hopefully follow up with them until they, of course, become new members. Obviously, the schedule widget and the WOD briefing widget that exists today will probably get some love too. Those will be updated and fully functional with the beta. And then if you guys have ideas for other stuff that you want to integrate with your website, I know the shop is a big one, which I hope will come eventually as well. The way that Amazon works right now, it's a little bit complicated, but the way that they're hopefully working in the future, it should be a lot easier. Speaking of shop, we'll be adding, hopefully pretty soon, again, kind of the bring your own merchant solution. If you don't want to use Amazon for payments, you'll be able to use any merchant account that integrates with, we'll probably start with authorize.net and maybe Stripe, because that was requested for international gyms. And then the other one that's really kind of still up in the air because the other company is still developing it is Dwolla, which if they can finish their recurring payments API, we'll probably be looking at that. Dwolla is an alternative to ACH, and it's exciting because it's only 25 cents per transaction over $10 and free for transactions under $10. So you can save a significant amount of money, literally getting rid of credit card processing fees. So we're obviously always on the lookout for stuff like that. How much we'll be able to get to this year, I don't really know. We're still waiting on Dwolla. We have emailed them to find out if we can get into their beta for their recurring payments, but they said 6 to 10 weeks, so we'll see. But yeah, basically member management, the new waivers, the MailChimp stuff, the new shop, and the new payment options. Those are our focuses right now. And no questions came in, so I think we are going to wrap it up. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll probably do another one at a different time.
Yeah, we'll probably do one on the weekend. Obviously, this time wasn't great for everyone, so we'll do a weekend one or something like that. But we'll chat in the Facebook group and get another one scheduled. All right, thanks.